everyone, this is the BoardGameSwede and we're still playing Forbidden Island. So last time we had a pretty rough start. We lost quite a few parts of the island and a lot of it still flooded. We had pretty bad luck with the water's rise. We have already drawn 3 of those. But let's just see if we can fix this thing and get all the treasures. So first off, we will shore up the Cave of Shadows with the pilot. His second action, he will move to the Gold Gate, and then he will shore up Fool's Landing. I think that's the best we can do. I really want to trade cards, but it's hard to do when everything is being flooded. So we'll draw 2 treasure cards. So we have an Earth card and sandbags. So we will use this sandbag right away, so we don't have to discard it without using it. So we will shore up the Temple of the Sun. And then we have to discard 1 card, which I guess will be this. Yeah, we'll discard the Earth card again. So, yep. Then we have to flood 3 tiles. So we have the Whispering Garden. Then we have Temple of the Sun. Oh, thank God that I saved that thing. And then we have Cave of Embers, which will actually sink. Then we have the Diver. So he will give his, for his first action, he will give his flame card to pilot, and he will then throw away his wind card. And for his, well, I think I don't want to lose that Temple of the Sun, so I will actually use the helicopter card to fly him to Breaker's Bridge, because that's a free action. So his second action will be to shore up the Temple of the Sun. And then I think he will move back to the Bronze Gate. So he will draw 2 treasures, wind card and another wind card. So now we will have to draw 3 more island cards to sink the island with. So we have the Lost Lagoon, which is over here. Then we have the Copper Gate, which is up here. And then we have Cliffs of Abandon, which is right here. So then we have the Navigator's turn. So he will spend 1 action to give his flame card to the pilot, so I guess he will have to discard this water card. I'm not actually sure if you have to discard it right away or when you, after you've drawn new cards, but let's just do it this way. I guess it's harder for us, but oh well. So that was his first action. His second action will be to move the Diver or to the Cave of Shadows. Or no, he will move the pilot to the Cave of Shadows. That seems better. And then he will move himself to the observatory. And that's his turn. We'll draw 2 treasure cards. We've got sandbags, and we have another water card. Not too shabby. So we will draw 3 more island cards. Misty Marsh. We have the Gold Gate. And we have the observatory. And then it's the pilot's turn. So he will, first of all, he will discard these 4 flame cards to gain this treasure, the flame crystal or whatever it's called. So we got that now at least. His second action will be to move to the bronze gate, and then his third will be to shore up the gold gate. Then he will draw 2 treasure cards. An earth card and another earth card. And then we will have to flood 3 more tiles. We have the watchtower over here. We have the Howling Gardens, which is here. And lastly we have the Tidal Palace right here. And then it's the diver's turn. So I think before anything else happens, the navigator will use the sandbags to save the Howling Gardens. Or maybe no, maybe that's not. Okay, well, we'll just wait. So it's the diver, right? So he will use 2 of his actions to give both of his earth cards to the pilot. And then his third action will be to move to the Chaos Shadows. Then the navigator will use the sandbags to shore up the Howling Garden. Seems pretty good. So now the diver will draw 2 treasures. So we got a flame card and a water card, and then we will shuffle the treasure deck. There we go. And then we will flood 3 more tiles. So we have the bronze gate, which is right here. We have Phantom Rock. And we have Breaker's Bridge, which is here. Okay. So now it's the navigator's turn. He will shore up Breaker's Bridge, move here and shore up the bronze gates. I think that's the best thing he can do. So then he will draw 2 treasure cards. We have a wind card and we have a flame card, which we don't have a use for anymore, so we will throw that away. Seems like a good idea. And then we will flood 3 more tiles. So first off we will flood the Iron Gate, which is up here. And then we will flood the Crimson Forest in the left corner. Then we will shuffle this deck. So now basically everything will start to flood. Okay, draw 1 more. So we have the Whispering Garden, which will disappear. Okay, that was pretty rough. Ooh, I didn't even realize that we have to save the Tidal Palace, because it's the only palace left. Oh well. First off, it's the pilot. As badly as I want to fly to the Temple of the Sun and fix that right away, I think I have to fly to Cliffs of Abandon and shore up both of these. Yeah, that's what the blue player will do, or the pilot will do. So now we'll draw 2 more treasure cards. The Warrior's Rise, of course. And a helicopter lift, so he will use this right away, not to throw it away. But I guess we have to resolve the Warrior's Rise card first. So at least we don't have to shuffle anything, because there's nothing to shuffle. But we will increase the water level, so now we have to draw 4 island cards every turn. This is discarded, so I guess, yeah, we will draw 4 cards. So we have Temple of the Sun, which is now flooded. Tidal Palace, which is flooded. Thank God that I saved that when I did. Breaker's Bridge. Okay. And I think that was 3. Yeah, 3. So 1 more. We will have the Gold Gate, which is also flooded now. Okay. So now it's the diver's turn. Or, sorry. I forgot to resolve this because of everything. So he will use this to fly the diver to Breaker's Bridge. So now it's the diver's turn, and he will give one of his wind cards to the navigator, which will then throw away the water card. And his second action will be to shore up Temple of the Sun, and we will also shore up, no, we can't actually, stupid. Okay, so we will shore up Breaker's Bridge then. Yeah. Maybe we should shore up the observatory. We'll shore up the observatory instead. Okay, so now that's where we're at. So the diver has to draw 2 treasure cards. We have Sandbags, which I will use right away to shore up the Tidal Palace. Then his second card will be another water card. And then we have to flood 4 tiles. So we have the Howling Garden, 1, Crimson Forest, which is now gone, 2 more, Cave of Shadows is flooded, and we have Misty Marsh, which is also gone. Oh, that was rough. So then we have the navigator. So he will first move to the Howling Garden. He will discard his 4 wind cards to get the wind treasure. Hooray! That's 2 actions. And his final action will be to shore up the Cave of Shadows, I guess. No, we'll shore up Breaker's Bridge instead. Yep, that's what we'll do. So then he will draw 2 treasure cards. We have a Warrior's Rise. So Warriors will rise, of course. Then we have to shuffle this. Put it on top. This is discarded. And the second Warriors Rise, but at least it's not so bad. Well, it's pretty bad, because now we have to draw 5 cards to flood the island with. So he got no treasures at all. So we will start with the golden gate. It's gone. Now it will be significantly harder to especially get the navigator to fool's landing, but I guess we'll see what happens. Breaker's Bridge is flooded. That's the second one. We have KO Shadows, which is now gone. We have the Tidal Palace, flooded. That was 4. And the 5th one will be Temple of the Sun. At least we don't have to worry that much about the Water's Rise cards for a little while now. It was still really annoying. So let's just see what happens here. So now we have the pilot again, and he will first shore up the Tidal Palace, then he will fly to the Temple of the Sun, and his third action will be to discard all of these Earth cards and get the Earth treasure. Right. Then he will draw 2 treasure cards. We have a flame card and we have another flame card, which are pretty useless right now. Then it's the diver. So what should he do? I think the best thing everyone can just do right now is to give all the cards to the pilot, since he can fly around. So he will move to the pilot and Temple of the Sun and give him both of his water treasures. And that's his turn. So then he will draw 2 treasure cards. We have sandbags and we have a flame card. We will use this sandbag right away to save, or maybe we should hold on to it. No, we will use it to save the Breaker's Bridge. Then we'll have to flood 5 tiles. The Howling Garden is now gone, so he will move to Breaker's Bridge. That's 1. Second one is the Observatory, which is now flooded. We have the Watchtower, which is gone. That's 3 cards. The 4th one will be Iron Gate, which is gone. And the 5th one will be Phantom Rock, which is also gone. So now we lost quite a big chunk of the island, actually. So we have the Navigator. He will move to the Temple of the Sun, give his water card to the pilot, and he will throw away the flame card. And then he will, I guess he might as well shore up this Temple of the Sun. So that's his 3 actions. And he will get 2 treasure cards, an Earth card and a helicopter card, which is exactly what we need. Unfortunately, we need 1 more at least. I think we will use this right away to fly the Navigator to Fool's Landing. And now we just have to hope to find another one. And we have to get the diver there as well, but at least he can swim. So let's just see what happens here. Yeah. So we will flood 5 tiles, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. We have the bronze gate, flooded. Copper gate, which is gone, that's 2. Third one will be Fool's Landing, which is now flooded. The fourth will be the Cliffs of Abandon. And the fifth will be Lost Lagoon, which is now also gone. We'll have to shuffle this deck. We only have, how many parts of the island do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's really, really bad. So now it's the pilot. He will fly to the Tidal Palace and he will turn in his 4 treasure cards to get the last treasures. And now at least we have all 4 treasures. Now we also have to escape without anyone dying, which is a big problem. Okay, so we'll draw 2 cards. We have a helicopter card, which is great. We have to shuffle this. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. We need a second helicopter card again. We have an earth card, so let me just think here. Should we? Because he can fly right away to Fool's Landing. He has to swim, so 1, 2, he can swim there actually. So if we just survive long enough without sinking the observatory, we're fine. The problem is that we probably will sink the observatory if we're not extremely, but if we don't, oh, I don't know what to do actually. I think we have to use this right away to have a shot at all, because we fly to him to Fool's Landing, and if we draw everything but Fool's Landing, we survive. But then we have to get another helicopter card anyways. But that's our only shot basically. Because if we draw anything but Fool's Landing, this will sink and this will sink, and he has no chance to get to Fool's Landing. So I think we have to use the helicopter card right away, sadly. So we'll move the diver here. I think this is pretty much a lost cause, but we'll see what happens here. Cliffs of Abandon are gone. Fool's Landing is gone. They drowned standing on it, both the navigator and the diver. Well, I guess the diver can swim to the observatory, but it doesn't really help. It is now gone. And unfortunately, we have lost the game. But thank you all so much for watching. I had fun. It was a pretty close game, but it started roughly. It started pretty rough. It was, yeah. I felt that the game was against me. I don't know. I still had fun nonetheless. So thank you all so very much for watching, and have a good one.